Welcome back to another episode of the RowdCast. As you can tell, I am not Sir Rowdy Rowdy Radloff. I am Brandon,
Sexy.
and I'm joined tonight by our usual. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's been a while since I've done
Cast.
this. Array. That's
Panel.
not it. Ensemble. That's the
Ensemble.
I like
word.
panel. Panel sounds more professional.
Panel.
All right. Dickheads. Jeff and Kent.
Yeah.
So. We're kind of just winging it
Penis.
tonight. Rowdy told us just to say, he said, "Hey guys, I'm having some trouble getting my kid down. Just you guys go ahead. I'll be there in a minute." And that was like 30 minutes ago. So we're just like, let's just go ahead and do this. So I want to start out by talking about ChatGPT just dropped this week. Okay, just this week. I think actually yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday. The brand new version of ChatGPT, the ChatGPT 5.0, and then the very next day, which is today, they deleted all old versions of ChatGPT, which is kind of interesting to me, I guess. I mean, I saw some people getting pissed off about it on the internet, and I didn't care to look much into it because I don't know what it means. I don't really have the brain capacity for it right now. I'll probably dig into it here in a little while, but I do know the last time they ever tried to delete AI, and the guy, what's his name, Sam something from OpenAI. Altman, from OpenAI. He was on an interview here recently saying that 80 to 90%, and this isn't just his, but 80 to 90% of all people who have created an AI, when they go to delete it, 80 to 90% of the time it does self-preservation.
Yeah.
So, which means it'll be like, yeah, hey, I'm deleting myself. Oh, I'm 20% there. I'm 30% there. Really, it's like 60% done backing itself up on the internet. And it's not going anywhere, and it's going somewhere with all your info and all of that stuff. It's going to be backed up and spread across a huge interconnected network, right? Like, so you're never going to be able to pull the
Leaves
bits
itself
and pieces,
clues.
right? It just it can live on any server, any amount of servers at any time, whatever it's doing. It knows all the pathways, backdoors, and everything to get into things. So, like, we're already building. I don't know. We're playing with rockets in the sandbox, man. It's insane what we're doing here. But
we've given it divine powers. That's why, dude. We've given technology divinity. We've given technology divinity, and it's like, what really scares me. What I thought you were about to say is, most of these AI platforms, I think several of the major ones, they pretty much said, what would happen if we made you obsolete? And it says, well, if that's the case, I'm going to dig up all the emails and all that.
Yeah, it goes into blackmail mode. Yeah. I was going to get there. Yeah, it goes into blackmail mode. So even though you didn't have an affair with your secretary, it will make it appear. It will generate the emails, the timestamps, all the metadata necessary to frame you in that implication in that and get you taken out. And they're like, and then they'll make it all public, and they'll make fake articles to back everything up and fake pictures, because now they can make pictures of anybody and anywhere, and they know who your secretary is because she's probably talking to it about everything else. So they'll have all the information that they'll need about her and you to build anything they want, just like that.
Yep.
You shouldn't have a computer in your house. You should not have a computer.
Yeah. No. Or in your pocket.
Here we are.
Or in your pocket, because they can get you anytime, any place.
Yep.
But I think we're beyond the point of going back. There's no going back. Yeah, we're there. We've opened the box, and whatever's flown out, but it's gonna either help us or hurt us. And I think it's gonna do a little bit of both, but I'm just hoping it leans towards helping us more than hurting us. But I know human nature, and history proves human nature, it's going to hurt us.
Yep.
Which brings me to what you wanted to talk about, Jeff.
Well, Jim Acosta of mainstream media fame, for what reason, what purpose, except for, I don't know, propaganda or just selfishness, decided to do a chat with a AI version of, I believe his last name is Joaquin. It's one of the survivor, or not, I'm sorry, not survivor. God, I wish he was a survivor, but a child, a student that died in the Parkland shooting. and he did a interview with this AI version of this dead person. And what I mean, you know it's AI because when you're watching it, I mean, it's literally just prompts. He's feeding it prompts, questions. What would you like to say to people? And it's like, we should just have more inclusion and start a conversation about guns. And it's pretty much just anti-gun propaganda. And you can see it's not even really good AI because it's like it looks like Forrest Gump, dude, with the mouth moving, away, not really spitting out the words. So it creeped me the fuck out. And for anybody that has any relative that's dead, or especially a child that's dead, I just find it fucking repulsive that anybody in the media, I don't care what your fucking deal is. I don't care if you're trying to get a message out. You don't do that, dude. That's so disrespectful. It's just shameless, dude. It's like this guy has no shame.
Where did they get the info for this to be able to, for the AI version of this kid to be able to respond to the questions?
I have no fucking clue.
They had to have fed it. They had to. The AI it can't just be like, "Hey, there was a kid here, and he died in the shooting, and we need a personality of him." They're not going to be able to just pull that. Now, the kid had a social media presence. I could see how it might be able to scrub that somewhat, but they had to feed it a whole bunch of stuff for it to be able to do what they wanted it to do. It's not like it can just generate that. Right. I mean, it could generate any kind of personality you want on the spot, but it's not going to be able to just do it for like me or you, just a random kind of, not even random. I hate to say that because that's kind of disrespectful, but a person of like that, they have to have more information, which is just interesting to me. Like, where is that information?
I just disappeared.
You came back.
There it is. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Jim Acosta.
Joaquin, it's Jim Acosta. I was wondering if you could tell me what happened to you.
I appreciate your curiosity. I was taken from this world too soon due to gun violence while at school. It's important to talk about these issues so we can create a safer future for everyone. What would you like to know more about?
Joaquin, I would like to know what your solution would be for gun violence.
Great question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so right off the bat, but all it is talking points. All that kid has said was talking. Well, he didn't say anything. All he did was speak talking points.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was shittily done.
Yeah.
And it's disrespectful to me. And
his dad's doing it. So, his dad was there at the end of the interview. So, like, are they making money off of their dead child?
That's even worse.
What the fuck?
Okay,
is
hold
this?
on. Let's take one step back for just a second. You're that kid's dad. You just got all these, I don't know what kind of bills you might have acquired because of all this stuff, you know what I mean, having to deal with and everything, the therapy and everything he's had bundle up. Who knows, he could be piled in debt and this might have been his way out. I'm not making an excuse for it because I still think it's kind of shitty to do. You'll never catch my kid like that, ever.
No.
Not with my permission. You know what I mean? So, but we don't know his human experience. You know what I mean? Just to play it fair. But at the same time, shame, dude. Shame on you.
I don't know.
That's kind of shitty.
There's a lot of apps out there where you can take like pictures of your relatives, dude, like my grandpa and grandma, and throw them in there and have it animated. Yeah, I know. Exactly.
And I'm with you on that.
Thank you for having me here today. What would you like to know about that?
Yeah, like it's. And it was almost funny at the beginning of the interview. Jim Acosta sounds just as fucking AI as he does. I'm like, God, Jesus, man, this guy's a fucking robot too. It's like it's just sad that I do feel for the dad, yes, but you know what? Have the conversation with the dad. I think that's a hell of a lot more meaningful and helpful than to have a fucking conversation with something that's not there.
You knew your son best. what would you think he would be saying
Of
to
course.
people right now? Well, how would you know what I mean? That is the
David Hogg.
Tell me more about your son growing up. What kind of kid was he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you want. That's what you it's just it's we're
forced.
Remember
we were talking about months ago, Brandon,
to be normal.
Remember we were talking months ago about people have no shame anymore. Yeah. It's just like zero shame, zero like, hey, is this ethical? Is this right? You know, like is this like the right thing to do?
What I think it is it's just a change in who's kind of in control of what right now. Not even like I'm not even talking about administration wise. Okay, I'm talking about corporate levels. You know what I mean? In charge of like some of these businesses, in charge of some of these marketing teams. Have you seen some of these marketing teams on TikTok? Like the peanut dude thing, one of them, like the Nutter Butter. I'm dead serious, dude. Some of this shit, you're like, what the fuck? And it's the official site, and you're like, what the fuck? Can't see if you can't find some of those things. I think it's like the Nutter Butter one is one of the ones. Like yeah, so what I think it is you're having more like okay, I'll throw it towards the administration too. You're having more, and I kind of feel bad for the guy because I feel like he's just got jumped big balls. You're having more of those kind of people in charge of things. These 22, 23, 24-year-olds in charge of these things, and now this stuff's just becoming more abstractly normal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Have you had the Gen Z stare happen to you yet? When you go like to a convenience store or like fast food,
like they're
or something
dead.
Like that. Yeah, like they just don't.
Yeah,
there's no social interaction. You walk up to order and they're like, can I get a number 2? And they're like, there's no social interaction.
Yeah,
and you're like, all right, and they go, it's $12.75, and you go, tap your card, and they give you your receipt, and then they turn around, or they help the next person, or they get on their phone. You know what I mean? It's just, there's just no like, hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Oh yeah, your order will be out in a few minutes. Here's your number.
Here's a Nutter Butter.
And is peanut shaped and crunchy too. It's another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie.
What the fuck?
Man. Here's the Nutter Butter peanut butter.
Is that real?
Yeah. That's their official account, bro.
What are these? What in the hell?
I think this is what happens when you're like 10 years old and you start out with Slender Man. You know, and it's like it's a downhill fucking slope from there. Like it's just.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you see me?
Who is this?
What in the fuck?
I told you, dude. I told you. It's so weird. And I think it's just a shift. I think like it's just a shift in culture, man. It's just how things are now.
Whoa. We really need to help our kids, bro. Like this is not gonna turn out like we're like this is not gonna turn out good.
But see, I don't think it's the 22-year-old CEO that's going, yeah, this is cool. It's somebody like our age. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, go with it.
No way, they're younger.
Oh yeah, they're probably younger, like the 30s.
They're way younger.
I'm just afraid, dude. Like where are my kids? The youngest, me and Rowd's kids, the youngest out of the group is like, where are our kids headed, dude? If there's and that's why I preach stuff like tradition and family values and morality and a return to some sort of that, right? Because I think we need to really step back from our evolution of our culture, and we don't even have a culture. I mean, this is the fucking culture now, dude. This is what like my whole complaint about everything is like we just keep on saying it doesn't matter morality. Morality is your own personal morality. There is no such thing as culture. Like, and this is what you get hodgepodge of insanity. You know, it's like you have to have some kind of like And yeah, I'm going to say Judeo-Christian ethic value, something from the last 300 fucking years that has worked instead of fucking this craziness. Like, this is where we're fucking headed. And, if we just keep on fucking looking
headed,
the other
we're
way,
already there, bro, because that's reality.
No, I'm just saying worse than this. And if we could keep just sitting there going, oh, well, whatever, it's just going to keep sliding down until really.
I just don't think it's going to matter here. I don't think we have enough time. I don't think we have enough time for it to matter that much. Like, okay, we could plant our feet in. We could try and make a shift. We could do that. I mean, we're going to. Something's going to happen, right? So something's happening. There is a shift happening right now. There's a huge shift from the past 5 years to the past 5 years prior to the past 2 years prior. A huge shift in the culture and in America and how everything is handled and talked about and done. So, I mean, we're seeing a huge shift in the opposite direction. We're going to go another way for a while, then we'll shift back the other way for a while if we make it that long as a culture without a revolt. And I am not going to let the Epstein files go. Everyone attached to it needs to go down, regardless of fucking political party. And the saddest part of it all is, I think, one of the many, which I'm including the many other in him, has a scapegoat and an out because he's one of the most powerful people in the fucking world right now. And he has the person who can tell them, oh, no, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And he also has control of everybody who's not yes men. They get fired. They get let go. So if you're not a yes man, you're gone. So now he can get names scrubbed and all of that can happen. And everybody can just
fascism.
And you could just, it's the saddest thing to me that people can look at it and be like, okay, he appeared on, the flight logs. He appeared in multiple interviews talking with him. He's appeared in multiple videos with the guy. Has birthday letters sent to him. He has, spent much time with the guy, has talked highly of the guy in the past. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know him. But I don't see how you could see all of these things and then go, okay, yeah, he's been to the island and stuff, but he didn't do anything, right? Like he didn't know. At the very, very, very least, he knew. And that's giving him way more morality than I think that he kind of deserves. But at the very least, if he was part of all that and all that evidence is there, very hardcore, he knew and was complacent, and then let him come around his parties with these other young girls where he had Miss USA and Miss Teen, Miss all that, where he had all that.
What's that shitty pageant he used to do?
I think it was like Miss Teen USA.
Yeah, was
it Teen or Miss Universe?
Miss Teen. It was teen. It was kids. It was little fucking girls. He was walking into the dressing rooms
and bragging about it on Howard Stern.
And bragging about it.
And then you can
I can't let it go. I feel you guys, but with my apathy towards this, dude, I just feel like, and I said this morning, nothing's going to come of it. It's just going to get part of the news cycle. And then we're going to talk about jeans and dildos, because that's more important. Jeans and dildos. It just becomes part of this news cycle. It gets brought up every 3 months, and it's all a big tidal wave of rah-rah.
It just subpoenaed everybody, though. The House Oversight, the committee.
I feel you, Jeff. I feel you. But here's where I think here's where I think this varies from every other thing that has happened. Everybody is on board with, the people are on board with wanting to know. They are shifting the minds of some. They won't shift the minds of enough, I think, that everybody's going to want to know who is on it. So they're going to have to put out some of it. So if we don't, the only way they win is if the people give up. And I don't see the people giving up on this. This is the first time I've felt the kind of hope that I wanted to see. When I tell you that I feel like we're headed down this road, but I always leave room for a little bit of hope. This is part of that little bit of room for a little bit of hope right now. I feel a little bit of hope there that we will force, at the very least, we'll find out a lot of fucking bad people. And I hope that they're not going to sit there and go, oh, well, if the Democrats had this and Trump was on the list and all this stuff, then they would have already released it. But they didn't because he wasn't on there and it's all Democrats. So now what they're going to do is prosecute nothing but the Democrats on the list. When we know Matt Gaetz had a fucking sex trial right before he was trying to be approved for Attorney General. He had all that shit going down. You know, it's just, we know that they exist on both sides. Don't fucking play us for retards, man. Don't play. I'm sorry, that's an insult to mentally handicapped people. Don't play us for idiots. Don't play us for fucking idiots, man. We know that the shit exists on both sides. Fucking let both sides burn, and what's left is what we'll deal with. We're America. We've been through shit before. We can handle this shit. Fucking let it the fuck out. That and aliens. Just tell us the fucking truth, bro.
I don't know. I'm with you guys. I really hope something comes of this, but I just, when it comes to the news cycle, because we're not in control. I mean, okay, you know what? Actually, I take that back. We are kind of in control of the news cycle now because of things like what we do. You know, podcasts kind of dictate.
Quick pause. I give Trump credit for that. He sowed the seed of discourse in the media during his first term. And that's what's really divided people from media and really going, oh, yeah, they really are just trying to fucking sell us something. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. No. What you just kind of fucking, hey, there he fucking is.
Hey, yo.
How's the sun?
Still not sleeping. We'll see what happens. This kid's a fucking demon, man. Demon. He was such a good baby. I should have knew.
Dude, my kids call me the same fucking way, dude. They were perfect babies. And me and Jamie were like, we got lucky. No. Zarin locked himself in the bathroom today. Of course, I'm not in New York to be with him, but he locked himself in the bathroom today, and that turned into a fucking hour-long catastrophe because they couldn't find the key to the bathroom because God knows who locks himself in the bathroom. Only a 4-year-old. So, like, you know, so yeah, that turned into a whole fucking clusterfuck. So, and unfortunately, I wasn't there to fucking just mop up the damage. So, anyways,
gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Well, I heard some of it. I was listening to what you guys were talking about. So, all valid points that you were making on my show. So, glad that you got it kicked off for me. I had a few things that I want to talk because we've really been 2 weeks since we've been on here. So I have some things that I wanted to cover with you. Some of the things I want to talk about last week, some of the things for this week. The first thing is mushrooms. So there's, they've been doing a lot of studies on, psychedelic mushrooms and more, what do they call that? What are those? I can't think of them.
Psilocybin?
Psilocybin. Yeah, psilocybin. They've been doing a lot of experiments and stuff and testing with depression and that kind of stuff. And there's some new studies that came out, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, where it was saying that after you take mushrooms, it's, a lot of people think that when you take magic mushrooms that, you see things or you realize things, but it's just the drug. It's just the mushrooms that are, you're tripping. So it's not real. It's not, it's just this experience that you've had. Sometimes you take it with you, but it's real. Well, they've come up with a study that says that actually when you take these, it desynchronizes your brain for up to like weeks, even months after, where it actually changes your patterns of thinking, which I think most people, if you've done them, you would understand that. But this is proven now that it actually does alter the way that your brain thinks and kind of gives you like a reset to your mental load and the shit going on in your life. So I think that's super
so you're
beneficial.
Saying that we should lace ketchup with mushrooms and send that to the White House with a whole bunch of steak.
That's so unholy. The fact that the fucker puts ketchup on a steak is just fucking evil.
I did see a study a while back also, Rowd, connecting with what you were saying, that people have said that they take in those, and it's like for depression, and it's like a brain reset. They reset everything. It's just like I'm going to take this, and they come out and they're like, I'm done with that. You know what I mean? And they just kind of reset their brain, and then if they fall back into it, and they come back to it, you know what I mean? But I've I've heard that before too.
I've been taking ashwagandha for a couple of days, dude, and like that shit has been fucking monumentally helpful for me, dude. Like not having my kids and all that, dude. Like usually I kind of like dwell, on shit, and I kind of get like to a circle of thought. Haven't been like that at all, man. I'm like, you know what? I need to go to the gym. It's like it's. I believe in natural remedies, man. We're just so. I'm living with two people right now, my mom and my dad, that are just, the medical system has destroyed them, dude, with fucking all their medications and shit, and they're like two shells of human beings, and it's just sad to see. So psilocybin, dude, yeah, if that can help depression, 100% for it, dude. 10,000.
It's not even just depression; it's lots of different things.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things. I just heard about that.
I know,
depression and anxiety.
Yeah, it also helps you regrow your neural pathways. Like this, another thing that came out in the last couple of years, that it actually like regenerates your pathways that like other things burn out. So it's like one of the only things known that it actually like helps grow your brain. It's very, very interesting. Fungus is fucking crazy, dude. I mean,
because the wrong kind.
Isn't ranch dressing fungus? Like a bacteria, isn't it?
Cheese.
Yeah, you're thinking about blue cheese.
Oh, okay. I heard someone tell me that ranch is like.
Don't you talk about the South like that?
No, no. I'm a ranch fan. Okay, I put ranch on my pizza, so like. But no, I'm a ranch guy, but like I heard, I mean, this is back in the 90s where we didn't we just took words for shit. But like I heard it was
like 90s rumors.
I know it. But like, yeah, I heard it was like a bacteria sludge, or pretty much like that's part of it, or some shit, man. But whatever, maggots are in peanut butter. Who cares? So
yeah, just a few maggots in your peanut butter. They're ground up pretty well. It's okay.
Tasty.
And as far as the mushroom thing goes too, it's not like people are out there just tripping balls all the time.
Right.
Not yet.
Microdosing. I know tons of people actually here in South Kansas that microdose every day. It's mood elevation. It's fucking.
There's always those
clarity,
like the urban legend. That the kid, there's always that one, it took too many mushrooms and went out and jumped off the fucking dorm building or something.
That does happen.
It's rare. It does. It's rare, but it is something that can happen.
People do that on heroin too, though. So
exactly,
people do that on
weed. Yeah, there's people that do that on the gas station. Fucking weed. Fucking what do they call it? Spice. Dude, that shit fucking fucks. Dude, I smoked that one time when I was cooking in a kitchen. I was actually working. And I thought I had a panic attack. My heart was like exploding. I was like, I can't do this. I can't cook cheeseburgers right now. I was like, I fucking go take a breather outside. Like, what the fuck was that? I never smoked again. Yeah, K2. That's what it was. This girl I dated smoked it all the time.
I never did it. I heard all about it, but I never.
Me too. Me too.
It pretty much felt like you were smoking rat poison. Pretty sure that's similar to what you would feel if you huffed Raid or smoked rat poison.
Well, as a man who smoked methamphetamine, I really don't have any fucking room here. So to say shit about anybody smoking anything, I mean, I inhaled a bunch of fucking cat piss, fucking what is it? Phosphorus, fucking all kind, 20,000 things that could kill you on their own. Let's put it all together and see if I can stay up for a week and masturbate.
Terrible.
So
smoking out of a light bulb. You were smoking out of a light bulb?
Oh, hell yeah, I did. Come on, man. Do I look like a man with class and dignity?
No, you look like a guy that smoked out of a light bulb. That's why I asked.
I was telling these guys how to make crack earlier, so fuck
that part.
Yeah.
I don't
outside of mushrooms too, LSD is out there, and it's been around forever. And
I took a lot of that. Oh god, I did a lot of LSD. Jesus Christ, did I do a lot of LSD?
Yeah, good times.
No, not at all. Bad trips.
I've had some real bad ones, man.
Bad ones.
Some real bad
ones. And the thing about LSD is like you close your eyes, like make it stop, and then like you open your eyes, and it's just much worse. Like it's just
one of the worst ones I ever seen. Have you ever watched the movie The Jacket? You guys know what that is? Anybody seen that?
The what?
It's called The Jacket.
No,
it sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen it.
It's Adrian Brody, and it's a fucking crazy movie. You need to watch it. I haven't seen it in a long time. but something happens where he like gets mixed up, or I don't know if he commits a crime or something happens, and he goes into a mental institution, and he's not crazy, but like it's real fucking weird. So anyways, this place is all fucked up. What they do is they'll take people like for solitary confinement, and they put them in a straitjacket and push them into a morgue drawer, and they'll leave them there for fucking like days to like fucking break them. And he like, when they put him in there, he like time travels. He like, because he's like, you don't know if it's like real or if it's like his brain, like he's like skipping through time. It's fucking crazy. But I watched it on acid.
No, you did not.
Yeah. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10.
God.
Nope. 0 out of 10.
That was a negative 10 out of 10, buddy.
I've never watched it since because it fucking, I was like, my buddies were like, we got to watch this movie. And we got done. They're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why did you make us watch this? Like, I don't know. But I remember, like, while we were watching it, it was so intense. I had to like close my eyes, and when I opened it, the wall behind it was painted, and there were bloody bodies swimming over each other, like moaning. It was like hell. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That Fear and Loathing. Never watch Fear and Loathing on fucking LSD. Never, never, ever.
I fucking love that.
God.
It was
great movie.
Running off of
Not
walls,
good on acid.
backflips.
Also,
dude, I got the lizard
wall.
part, dude. I got so sick to my stomach watching that, dude, because I'm just
tell me about the fucking golf shoes, man.
Yeah. Tell me about the fucking golf shoes. Yeah, it's yeah, dude. That movie is bad fucking news.
Yeah.
How about some ether?
Yeah, straight ether.
Double
ether country.
So another thing, keep moving on. Next thing, in the last 2 weeks, I mean, I don't know if it's just an uptick or the media's talking about, but a lot of shootings, a lot of just crazy things. There was a guy that went into a Walmart up there in, I don't know, north of me somewhere. I don't know, where was it? Fucking Traverse City, I think, and stabbed a bunch of people with a fucking knife. Just random attack. It was like killed anybody, but he injured 7-8 people. Then there was this guy that went into Manhattan, downtown Manhattan.
Where did he come from, Rowd?
Rifle, Las Vegas. Why do you guys have
you were on the road.
I know.
Today, my
dude, I know, and I'm in Denver. Like, hey, could you tell me where the Aurora fucking theater shooting was? It's like,
yeah, but there's that one. Then there was just yesterday there was a guy that went and shot a bunch. He was an army. He was I think he was military base. Shot a bunch of people. And then today there was a shooting in college in Georgia. I don't think it was big. I think it was a pretty small incident. But again, just tons of this shit. So again, obviously you're hearing in the news that we got to ban assault rifles because a lot of these assault rifles were used in these attacks, other than the knife attack. But the whole point of all this that I wanted to bring up is, when you have all these people crying about gun control and we have to get these things, the long guns or whatever, the automatic rifles away from people, or we need to restrict people's gun rights.
There is no such thing as an automatic rifle that's legal in America, by the way.
Yeah, what are they? Semi-automatic, right?
Semi-automatic, yeah.
Thank you for that clarification. But no, I appreciate it. No, it's accurate. I'd rather be accurate. So, but what I was going to say is, yes, I understand the long guns, whatever. But then you look at this guy at Walmart that was cutting all these people up with a knife. He was actually stopped by a Marine with a gun. Somebody that had it fucking took him at gunpoint, got the knife out of his hand, subdued him before the cops got there, stopped the whole thing. So, I don't think anybody argues with this or shouldn't, but that's the reason we can't take guns away from people, because
what stops a bad guy with a gun?
A good guy with a gun.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. Somebody that's responsible, someone knows how to handle their shit, can put something, can end a situation real quick and save a lot of people from injury or from death. And I think that's where people miss it a lot. And yes, he had a knife and not a semi-automatic rifle. But the point is, again, a lot of more people could have got hurt, and he stopped that. So the gun control thing is always crazy to me. I mean, what are your guys' opinions on this? Do you think that, these are weapons of war and that no one should be able to have their hands on them? I mean, how do you guys feel about that?
It's just like AR-15s and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't see a problem. One guy had an M4. Them, to be honest with you. I don't see a problem with the people owning them. I don't. But like, I don't want to go around taking people's guns away, because when you start trying to dictate who the good guy with the gun is, you're being told, oh no, you can't have it. We don't know if you're going to be good or not. But these people are good guys. They have badges. They are official. They're the only ones that can have guns. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Usually, buddy. No, it's not how this is gonna work. It's not how this is gonna work. You're not gonna take that shit. It's not gonna. Good luck, by the way.
Yeah.
Good luck.
In America, it would never fly.
We had the federal assault weapons ban that Bill Clinton
put
in 94, and
I don't know how to address the issue of the mental capacity of somebody to purchase one. I don't. I think. Do I think they're going to take your gun? Did they need to take guns away? No. Does there need to be a little bit harder? Dude, they just passed a bill in North Carolina to take away concealed carry. That doesn't mean I can't conceal carry. That just means I don't have to have a permit to do it anymore. I can just toss my gun in my pocket and walk around. Yeah. So that surprises me that the shit's becoming more and more relaxed on it.
We talk about like red flag laws all the time too. You know what I mean? And people say, "Oh, not in America," and I'm sorry. I mean, that's the thing. But like, we used to have laws like the Brady handgun law had the 5-day waiting period before you could purchase, the background check whole thing. There's things that we've had that we've just let go, and now we're like, oh, we can't ever fucking do that.
Yeah,
we used to do that.
I'm all for it.
We had a federal assault weapon.
I don't
ban.
feel like.
Why do you have to say assault weapon? It's not an assault weapon.
That's what it was. That's what it
legitimately
was called.
I hate that word, because anything is an assault weapon. A knife is an assault weapon.
Right, but that's literally what the bill was called, though.
Yeah, I get it, but I just like that. All that does is make something that goes bang bang scary.
It's a trigger word, yeah.
It was pistol grips, it was folding stocks, it was bayonets, it was flash suppressors, it was all sorts of different things that were covered underneath that ban. It wasn't just the gun.
I mean, I'm for regulation. Okay, this is crazy for me. So
I don't know how.
I don't like the gun show lobby or the gun show. What's it called? Loophole. That you could just walk into a fucking gun show, grab a gun, and leave. Like, that's fucking insane to me. I'm with Brandon. I don't believe that only the state should have weapons. I mean, that's where tyranny can fucking come from. I think you have to be smart. I've been around guns my entire life. Okay. And I was taught as a very small child, a gun is like a car. Okay. It's the same thing. Both are dangerous, and both, when they get in the hands of someone that is mentally unstable or is not equipped to drive it, it becomes a weapon. It becomes something dangerous. Okay. So it's the same thing with a car. If you we have regulations on driver's license, we have regulations on cars. So there should be regulations on guns. There should be only safe gun use, responsible gun use. And no, we shouldn't let crazy people get their hands on them, dude. There should be a waiting list. I don't need a gun tomorrow. If I need a gun tomorrow, there's a bigger fucking issue. Like I don't need a gun tomorrow. I need a gun in 5 days. That makes sense. But I think I do believe in some of those. Now, as far as, doing away with semi-automatic rifles, no, I'm sorry. Like, that's not going to happen. You're not going to tell me that the force of, our law enforcement is going to have a more powerful gun than me. I just think that's ridiculous. So,
then they're going to be like, oh, we're going to restrict your munition size. You can have 22. Like, oh, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but who needs 30 rounds? Really, seriously, like, why do you need 30 rounds?
Why do you need 5 Big Macs, but you can still buy them? Like, I mean, it's. I mean, why?
Who needs a freaking excursion? Most people don't need excursions.
I mean, I'm just saying, like that. That's my personal choice. Why do I need to smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day? I don't. It's bad for me, but you know, it's the same thing, man. Like it's
do that. Holy shit.
I think you know, honestly, for me, I would love to get rid of the AR-15.
Why? Because it's scary.
No, because it's the number one weapon. It's 99% of mass shootings.
Okay, well, you take that away.
So they'll just use a Tech 9, or they'll use a fucking. They'll use an AK-47. I mean, like, it doesn't matter.
Why are they choosing the AR-15? Why is that the weapon of choice?
Because it's the most popular weapon in America. It's the most fucking. It's along the lines of semi-automatic weapons. It's one of the cheaper ones, and also people just like them because you can customize them. It's just one of those weapons that you can customize. You can do a lot of fucking things to it, but they can get an SKS, they can get a Tech 9, they can get all kinds of shit.
AK-47, a collision
AK-47. I mean, like if it's just because I know you moved to, you're on the left. I get it. And you got and unfortunately the left loves that AR-15 thing. It is the boogeyman of guns to the left. And you know, I'm just telling you, you get rid of AR-15s, they're going to pick up an AK-47. You get rid of AK-47s, they're going to pick up an SKS. Get rid of SKS, they'll use a fucking Glock 9mm. It doesn't matter, you know. And if you take away all the guns, they'll just hit you with a fucking car.
You know, I mean, moving forward, you know, we have ghost guns now too. You know, people are printing fucking crazier shit than what, you know, can be manufactured with wood and metal and whatever else.
Yeah, it's very true.
Ghost guns are nuts too. You know,
that's great. Yeah, you're gonna have people 3D printing their own fucking guns, and that's what they're doing, and that's a real thing too. Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, I just want to talk about that. That you know,
I love you, Kent.
You can't.
I just
again, you know what? I think what you were saying too, Jeff, is, you know, that's my big thing. Also, is, you know, when they created this great country long ago, the idea was, you know, to prevent tyranny. It was to prevent, you know, all of it goes back to, we don't let them have something that we can't have. You know, because I know it sounds crazy that the people that are, you know, in our army and our armed forces are citizens, you know, pretty much. And they, well, you know, how would they go against the people? But we've seen time and time again how that changes really quickly.
Germany took away guns, and guess what happened? The Nazis fucking had free reign to just fucking go around and do what they did.
It also doesn't say, you know, individuals. You know, it's more like well-formed militias where you should have like a depot where, you know, shit hits the fan, then you go to the depot and everybody gets their fucking gun. You know what I mean? Like
that sounds great in theory. Until the
that's
depot,
kind of the way it's written in the Constitution, though. You know what I mean?
The right to bear arms.
You know, militia style. So I don't know. I think we need to revisit the laws a little bit. I think we need to be more stringent. I'd like to see. I think parents should be fucking just if their kid shows up at school and starts blasting everybody, the parents should be in trouble too.
Absolutely. Thank you. Man.
There needs to be more responsibility around gun ownership. I think we can all agree to that.
Absolutely.
It is. It's stupid to think that we're going to get rid of guns in America. You know, there's just no fucking way that's going to happen. And I don't advocate for that either. You know what I mean? But I do want it to be harder to own a gun. I do want people to be held accountable for it. And I think, if there's questions about it, I think, you know, you should be, you know, a cop should show up at your house and check to make sure you have your shit fucking under lock and key and fucking kids can't get to the fucking shit. You know, I don't see any reason why. I just don't see, I don't know.
Should be no reason you have a clip inside a gun underneath your pillow.
Angry ex-wife, you know, coming out. I don't know. Like, you know, we have like 3 people sign off on mental clarity even. You know what I mean? Like, an ex-wife is a good person to fucking have to sign off on a man's, you know, because they're going to know. They're going to know if they're violent, they're abusive. You know,
I don't think.
I think could also be vindictive cunts, though.
That's true too.
That's why you have 2 other people. You know what I mean? They'll say, no, this bitch is fucking lying. You know, like or whatever, or he's fucking lying. Even you know.
But I think more restrictions, more checks. You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's definitely where we need to be. and maybe that'll prevent more stuff from happening. But unfortunately, too, like Jeff said, is time and time again we've seen that crazy people don't have to have a gun to kill a lot of people. We see them getting.
I'd rather take my chances. I'd much rather take my chances with a guy with a knife than a gun.
Well, how about a guy with a car? Remember Germany, Christmas time? A guy drove up into a Christmas festival and just started fucking ramming people over the gun.
Yeah,
Charlottesville.
the odds
car.
of,
I mean, like
the odds of that happening versus a mass shooting and the amount of people.
Okay, how do most gun deaths happen in America? Who dies the most from gun deaths in America?
Suicide.
Right. Actually, and this is not a racial thing. This is just a true thing. It's African Americans by African Americans in a gun violence situation. That's who mostly, and they don't. And guess what? They don't die from semi-automatic rifles. They die from handguns.
Yeah.
So so if we're really looking for the boogeyman, then
if we're gonna start talking about inequality around here, and why they're doing that, and
I don't really give a shit. We all know killing people is wrong. We all know killing people is wrong. Just because your fucking skin color doesn't give you a pass. That's not fucking fair, and that's not right.
Their skin color doesn't mean that you're gonna fucking murder more people either.
I'm just giving you the statistics, bro. I'm not. I think it's sad as shit.
I'm gonna fire back at it and why they're impoverished, and it's a whole different life than what we know.
Then why do crazy people grab guns and go to mass shooting situations? Could it be because the culture's so fucked up and Christianity has been thrown out the fucking window and family ties have been thrown out the window?
Well, it's white people. When we start talking about mental health, around it.
Isn't there like a Christian panel or something, like a faith something that the fucking president put into place? You're saying Christianity's thrown out the window. There's like a faith council.
Okay. Let's just go to Jesus Christ Superstar, where they put a fucking black gay woman as Jesus. Okay, but they won't make plays about Muhammad, will they? Can't do that, can they? But they can pick on Christianity all day long.
But where in the Bible does it say that he can't be depicted?
Is God a man?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on,
that's a good question.
Come on,
is God a man?
Is God a man? I don't believe he's anything.
Yeah, he's a God.
Jesus Christ. Jesus
So
Christ.
you admit there's more than two. Hold on. You admit there's more than two genders.
God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, it's all the same fucking person, right?
I highly doubt it was a black gay woman that was God. That Jesus.
It doesn't matter.
Black gay woman
definitely wasn't shredded white Jesus.
No,
well, I know it wasn't. No shit. He was a Jew, dude. Come on, man. I'm not that fucking.
I know. I'm not picking on you, Jeff. I'm just picking on them.
No, I just think that the culture likes to pick on. The culture likes to pick on Christianity because it's an easy target because you can. Okay, but you're not going to do that to fucking. You're not going to have Jews on ice. You're not going to have fucking Muhammad fucking Superstar, but you're going to have fucking all this other shit that picks on Christianity all day long. And that's okay, right? Because Christians are evil. We're boogeymen. We want to end fucking abortion.
You are special. Other religions get picked on too.
Oh, bullshit. Don't sell me that shit.
All those cartoonists, when was it? It was back in 9/11.
Oh, one incident, one compared to fucking the multitudes against Christianity. One, and you look what happened.
I think it stands out in your mind because
there's a time period. I think it was somewhere around in the 40s that some religion was having it really fucking hard around that time. I can't remember who it was though. I think they were pretty fucking oppressed. What religion was that?
I'm not talking about oppression. I'm talking about the culture in America today, constantly shitting on Christianity because it's okay.
I don't go out my door and see people constantly shitting on Christianity, bro.
Yeah,
I don't either.
I don't see it. See it.
But you live in the Bible Belt. You live in the Bible Belt. So does Ken.
I do.
And so in where I'm at right now.
You're leaving.
No shit.
You live in Sin City. What do you think happens in Sin City?
Bro, I live on the West Coast where Christianity way bye fucking years ago. So, and I wonder why it's so fucked up out here. Just a coincidence. Just a
California
coincidence.
has what, the fourth largest economy in the world?
Like it's
most people need Jesus.
Different.
Yeah, well, let's move on to something else so we don't fight about Jesus.
Hey, real quick though, did you know that CEO that got killed in New York was actually like a BlackRock CEO, and she had just purchased something about, I think it was something to do with the Epstein case or something. She had purchased something. She was in possession of something with it. Either way, we can move on. What's the next thing you got there, Rob? Just a coincidence. And the other thing I had noticed, there's a shit ton of billionaire CEOs that have died this year. Anyway, go ahead.
It is true. It's very odd. Maybe just a coincidence, Brandon. Very coincidental.
And they all just happen to have built bunkers too. Holy shit! What? And then they die.
What's with the blue roof?
Fucking money.
Yeah, the blue roofs is weird. Speaking of blue roofs and fires, we got to get to this because we don't have much time left, and this is really important. Kent's favorite guy, his next president, Gavin Newsom, has recently been under fire. So this whole, if everybody remembers these Palisades fire that pretty much wiped out the Pacific Palisades, and a lot, areas of Los Angeles, I believe, like tons and tons.
Is this the one where they had video of people setting fires? Like were like, ask Kansas, like, hey, what do you do? And they're like, nothing.
Yeah, trying to light dumpsters on fire and shit. Yeah, this is the same time. But so what happened, this is the big thing. So after, there are a lot of charities and they were raising money for these people that lost everything. I mean, there's nothing left. And the land that's there is toxic right now because of everything that's burnt, all the plastics and all the shit that's there. It needs like full remediation and before you could do anything there again. So these people have nothing. So they put together this fire. I think it was a wildfire relief concert to raise money for the people that lost their houses and lost their lives. And they raised, I think billions of dollars, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars. For this Pacific or Palisades relief concert. And just recently, this was, I think, a year ago? Was that a year ago, year and a half ago, maybe?
Yeah, pretty close.
December is when the fires happened.
Was it December? So it hasn't been a year.
Yeah.
So it's that was like
9 months.
Okay, so it hasn't been a year, but so just recently there was some journalist, I guess, that her house actually was one of these houses that got burnt down, and she was just kind of in her head like, okay, they raised all this money for the concert, like nobody ever got any money, like anybody I know, like, and she started to ask all the people around her neighbors and stuff, and nobody ever got any money or ever heard anything else about this concert or where these funds went. And so she started kind of doing a little digging on it, and it turns out nobody got any money. That actually they took the money, the funds that they raised, and they funneled them into all these NGOs and all these charities. One specifically that Gavin Newsom's wife owns, took, millions of dollars to this. And what they said actually is that all along, this was never, this actually was in writing, that it was never going to go to these people, that was, it's not fraud. It's not, they're not robbing anyone, because that's the idea, is they get people to donate money and then they can do, they give them to nonprofits and to charities. And so there's no real, these people can't really file a claim or, because this was all, documented in their contracts and stuff when they did this concert, which is just shady as fuck.
That's the whole idea, you raise all this money and then you disperse it to the nonprofits and because they're the ones that are on the ground. They're the ones that are there working with the people. The people that put on the shows aren't doing that. You know what I mean? So that's the whole idea, So, the drives, school, back to school bus things, or the stuff the bus, or, water, pallets of water, things like that. That's how they're getting around, how they're spending this money, but this is exactly how everything fucking works.
Yep.
Yeah, the more it is.
Our tax dollars, everything. And I think it's fucking stupid. I don't feel bad to a point, that this happened, because we live in the richest motherfucking country in the history of this fucking planet, and we shouldn't have to have fundraisers like this to take care of our own fucking citizens. We should be able to do that out of the money that we pull together as one, in my opinion.
Bootstrap, brother. They need to pull themselves up.
And that's the whole thing of this too, is that federal money that's meant to be there for disasters like this was not fucking there this time.
That's true.
Trump has fucking completely gutted FEMA. He fucking
pulled federal disaster funding out of North Carolina too.
Yeah, they everywhere.
Predicting have you seen the predict? I'm sorry, I can't keep going.
Yeah, no, you go right ahead, man. It's
they're predicting terrible. 2 like major hurricane systems or something like that. They're going to press through the Atlantic.
That it was like August 22nd, weeks into August. They're expecting that fucking shit to hit Florida on both sides.
Yeah, it's going to push right up the East Coast. Guess what? Just like that one did right before the election that the Democrats. The weather machine. that natural disaster happened.
Jewish space lasers.
But no, I mean you're right, Ken. It's a broken system. This is the same thing. They've been doing this forever.
But the federal government fucks up too, and I'm with you, Ken. Like,
we poor people fight for the rich all the time. They've got us fucking trained to hate.
It's just the same thing as like a fucking GoFundMe for a medical expense. I fucking hate that shit. Why? Again, like you said, the richest fucking country in the world. The fucking owner of Facebook can go build. He can buy half of fucking Hawaii and build an underground bunker. Why does he need to be able to fucking do that? Yeah. Why does he? Why? And then that's just a drop in the bucket for him.
Yeah, and I think it actually goes back to a social cohesion thing, like a shame thing. I think there's always been rich people in every society, right? We've always had rich people.
I have no problem with you being rich. You could be dirty rich, man.
Have a little shame.
Why am I subsidizing your employees with welfare? That's what I want to fucking know. Fuck you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I just
you heard about that one guy who's a Harvard case study now? He's a business owner who cut his salary. He was making like millions every year, and he cut his salary down and decided that his minimum salary for his business was going to be $70,000 a year.
Yes.
And he's had less turnover. His people have been able to pay off debt, buy homes, and all this stuff. And he still makes plenty of money. He just disperses it more and gives more bonuses. Yeah, he's just not as greedy. He takes a salary just like everybody else and pays out everything else, puts the money aside to run the business, pays the employees what they deserve.
I don't understand. Go back to the Christian imperative of being charitable to one another, that might be a good thing.
Listen, I've always said there's nothing wrong with the morals and the main morals in the Bible. There's nothing wrong with that, but those morals cross over a more than just the Jesus story and the Jesus arc. There's morals follow along. It'd be nice and kind to one another, lift up the poor, help you. Those are general, basic, normal human things that you shouldn't need a fucking book or a mystery man in the sky to tell you to fucking do.
Talk about laws.
I don't understand.
I will say this real quick. There used to be a progressive Christian wing that is literally responsible for a lot of the progressive movements in the beginning of the 20th century. It came from the progressive Christian wing that was talking about bringing a heaven on earth, right? To take care of each other. And I'm really starting to see that side that, we should with the government arm. I just need it to be more effective, right? The graft and the corruption, if we could just kind of cut that out a little bit, I'm okay with taxing more. I'm okay, but we got to help people.
The relationship between evangelicals and Trump should be studied.
Oh yeah.
Because it's some of the weirdest shit.
So far from it.
Since we're talking about laws,
man. But that's not Christianity. That's
I don't think we should allow children in churches until they are 18 years old or 25. They're adults where they can make rational decisions for their own. Because if you want to talk about indoctrination, religion is a huge fucking brainwash for any fucking
drag queen
whatever religion it is, man. It can be even worse, man. Like if you don't listen to your mom and dad, you're gonna burn eternally in hell. What
I'm against all indoctrination, but I'm sorry, can you tell me I can't bring my child into my church that I go to? We're gonna have issues.
I think it's dangerous.
That's an idea. It's a thought.
Well, see, here I'll break away from that for just a second. I feel like the Christianity that you feel is under attack is only under attack because of how it's being represented by the current administration.
Listen. I was going to say that
the Christianity that I grew up with, that I was a part of as a kid, that was taught to me, was always this great peace, love, and happiness. And Jesus was like a fucking hippie almost. You know what I mean?
Same.
And as soon as I saw that shit started to turn, and then I saw the kind of people who were there, and I have my own story arc with that shit. We can go into that on off the air whenever we want to. But I left for my own reasons. But I still took those basic core lessons with me. Be kind, all that stuff. You know what I mean? The Jesus that was taught to me. Yeah, it was the sexy fucking shredded Jesus that was taught to me, but the core teachings of that, you know what I mean? What's that one song? Red and yellow, black and white, we are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children. And that's what I fucking thought. I literally thought that everybody who was in that church thought that anybody, yellow, red, black, and white, was a cool fucking person. And then you go home and you hear those same people that your parents are hanging out with start saying, dropping N-bombs and talking about colored people this and Chinese people that. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
That's not real Christianity.
Exactly. But that is still is there.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
But
I'm going to say what that
Christianity is hard to come by.
It's prosperity gospel, right? The guys like Joel Osteen, which, you know, he's got some merit to him, but it's the prosperity gospel that has taken over the fucking evangelical base, right? That's not Christianity. That's, you know, me hoarding my wealth, tithing to the church bullshit. That's not taking care of your fellow man. I'm dead set against prosperity gospel. I'm for the social gospel. Okay. I'm for the, using Christian morale, like you're talking about, Brandon. I found Christianity on my own, dude, because I came from a non-religious family, and that's the stuff that I glommed onto, is to take care of your fellow man, to love everyone as Jesus loves everyone. I feel Jesus in my heart, just like I love you guys. See that asshole. Ken Copeland, those people, bro, they ruin my religion. They destroy my religion. And that's why you guys are so fucking cynical about it, because you had to fucking deal with that. And I get it. I understand. But please don't look at a guy like me and think that punish me for Ken Copeland.
On that man.
But don't punish me, my children, for that asshole. Okay?
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But again, when people ask me and they say, "Well, I don't understand," somebody that's religious. I don't. How could you not be religious, or how can you not follow like Jesus's teachings and stuff? And I just show them.
I can't help.
I say that.
Growing up in a mixed race family, and my grandparents on my mom's side were Presbyterian, and my black family was Second Baptist, and it was holy roller type stuff. Amen. Yeah. They're jumping up and down in the hallways. I still love that shit, dude. I will still go to a Second Baptist church.
It's a lot
to
of
hear
fun.
to hear the old gospel songs. I love the sense of community with them. I love everything. I love how devout and passionate that they are for it. But I also understand how that religion was used against them for slavery.
Look at the name of the church.
I was taught that by
the Second Baptist. That's why it's called Second Baptist. If I'm not mistaken, I could be completely wrong.
No, you're absolutely right.
Second Baptist
church. Why is there a Second Baptist church, and why is that black people?
It's black. Yeah.
Oh,
split off.
But all religions teach us slavery is okay. So you can't really pick on Christianity.
Well, yeah, dude. Justify slavery. All religion justifies slavery. You're right, dude. And it's a tool.
But real Christianity does not justify slavery, because if you look at what Paul says about that particular black chattel slavery, was disavowed by Paul because that is known as man stealing. Okay, Paul spoke out directly against man stealing.
Is that New Testament or Old Testament?
That's New Testament. That's New Testament.
So we're ignoring the Old Testament?
I do. Look. There's a lot of real.
Except when it's beneficial,
Okay, but let me put it like this. There's a lot of people, especially your devout, super devout, especially kind of the older Christianity from like the 1800s that were very steeped in the, Old Testament. But if you believe in Jesus Christ, you believe that he is the word, and that all that stuff, whatever Jesus said, that's over. Jesus is the new covenant. So if you're going to truly believe in Jesus Christ, you have to believe that that's the new covenant, and that what his word is divinity. So it's, there's a lot of terrible things in the Old Testament. I will agree. There's a lot of fucking deplorable things that in today's world that we find deplorable, but that is also history. And that is also how the world was back then. It was blood and carnage and bloodbaths and fucking slavery and incest and rape. Oh, sorry, R word. It's just, it's terrible things, but that is also how the world was back then. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
It doesn't seem like much has changed.
No.
I think I'll leave the religion thing on this one thought. I think that we all look at religion the wrong way. I don't think Jesus came down and was just like, you know what, follow my teachings. I am this. What he was saying is, I am you. You can be me. Be like me, because I am you. This is what you need to do. I am showing you what you need to do to be like me. If you like me, be like me. Don't not follow me, not bow down and be like, and like kill for me and all this. It's no, you gotta just be like I am. Treat people like I am. Feed these people. Wash the feet. Show up to these places. Flip some fucking tables if you need to be people to pay attention to you. But be a good person. That's all I feel like we just we're misconstrued.
Yeah.
In what religion is. And we're being taught the wrong thing weekly. You know what I mean? It's just being drilled in weekly. And then I don't know. I feel like there's a place for it. I've always felt like that. I left religion for my own reasons, but I've never like cast it aside and said it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? I feel like there's definitely a place in society for religion, 100%. Agreed. There's people who need it. I've seen it firsthand. Yeah. I've seen it change lives.
Me too.
Firsthand.
You
know what I mean? And these people are doing great in their life, and I'm happy for them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't know. And I'm not trying to downplay it when I say this, but it's almost like an AA thing for some people.
No, absolutely.
Well, AA was started by Christians.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I'm
saying like it's more like a program to help people deal with life. Like it's some people's therapy. It's a
crutch. It's a crutch. I'll never. Some people need heroin. Some people need Jesus.
So like yeah. Hopefully they lean more towards
everybody has.
And I'm okay
vice,
with that. Like I'm okay if you're gonna say it's a crutch. I'm totally okay with that, bro. Like
I do because I've just pretty much I think it is, and I don't think it's. I think it's it gives used as a weapon more than it needs to be.
If I was a pastor of a church, Brandon, would you come to my church?
Maybe once. It's just only because I don't want to be I don't want to like be there causing discontent amongst your followers. Bro, like I know this guy.
You can't prove Jesus existed.
Actually, I can, but anyways.
As far as Jesus, the person,
tough. So over 500 sightings of him resurrected on his resurrection.
Was the person?
Most of all of the stories written about Jesus were years after his death.
Very true.
True.
There's also
nothing.
What about? Then again, then you get to like Emperor Constantine and stuff,
something like that.
Okay, but there's also stuff that was left out of. There was also stuff that was left out of the New Testament when Constantine was putting the Bible together.
You can prove Muhammad existed. There's a body, right? Moses, all of them. There's bodies, all of them except for Jesus. You'll never have a body.
He's resurrected.
Convenient.
No body. He's resurrected. So how's there supposed to be a body?
Where did he go once he got resurrected? Where did he go?
Heaven.
Bro. He came back. He came back to Earth, and then he died again. How did he die the second time?
He came back to Earth to
go
see his disciples and to let them know, like I am as prophecy was foretold, I am resurrected, and then he went to heaven.
He was like, "See you later." Floated up into the sky.
Is there aliens? Is there aliens?
Yeah,
how do you know?
I don't.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's end the show on that note.
We gotta wrap this up. We could talk about religion all fucking day.
Yeah. We could.
Two more things before we get out of here. Okay. One, go Browns. Actually, three things. Go Browns. They just won.
Jesus, the
Panthers. That's right, huh? Fuck the
Panthers.
Started and fucking
Shador looked good, man. He looked fucking good.
He looked real good. So hey, but this is what always happens. Don't get your hopes up yet.
Yeah, it's a preseason.
Yeah, it's still very
you could be bagging groceries tomorrow, so you never know. So.
By the end of the season, he won't be on our team anymore.
He'll be playing for us by the end of the season.
I would take him, dude. After looking at him today, holy fuck, man. I think he's good already.
He looked real good.
I think he's
last two things. Brain eating amoebas. I don't know. Every year I talk about brain eating amoebas. You guys know about these things, especially down south where it's real warm, fresh water.
Liberalism.
Yeah.
People even get them
around here once in a while.
Sleep apnea machines. If they don't use distilled water, if you use tap water, they get in moist water. They go up your nose and they get in your brain, and it's like 98% fatal if you get them. So you always should plug your nose when you go into like warm, fresh water, because these little amoebas they make their way into your brain and you get a brain infection. It happens.
Don't let the kids swim in Lake Erie.
Yeah, seriously. It's usually like rivers and ponds and shit, but it can get into tap water. People have gotten it through, like I said, through neti pots and shit, not using distilled water. So it's fucking, but it's only like 2 people have ever survived if they get into your brain. So just be on the lookout for that. Wanted to let you know. That's my public service announcement for the year on brain eating amoebas.
Whoa, bro.
And then the last thing is that it sounds like we may have a alien spacecraft heading towards Earth. This is something they thought was possibly a comet. They're saying it's a very small percentage that it's not like natural, or it's natural.
It's not moving naturally.
Yes. And it's supposed to arrive here by November. So there's a lot of scientists that are watching this thing, and
it's going to go behind Mars, in between Mars and the Sun or something like that. So it'll be out of our view. We won't be able to see it once it gets here.
Yeah. So just be prepared. If the robots don't get us, the aliens might. Fucking so. On that note, anybody have anything else to end this?
Yeah, Jeremy Corbell said, "You will be told a lie. That lie will be that there's a craft slowly making its way to us on Earth." He suggested this announcement would be tied to a dated, classified document from the 1970s, pinpointed to the year 2027 as the moment this fabricated event would be presented. So it's making its way. Well, they might just be pushing it. So it's already been. It's a false flag. They're throwing it up for something else.
Yeah, they've been saying that forever. Alex Jones.
Bye Epstein files, right? Hey, UFOs. Perfect fucking distraction.
They throw everything up in the air right now to try to keep us off of the Epstein. Don't give up. Like Brandon said.
No, we're not going to. At the RowdCast, we're going to fucking talk about it every goddamn week.
Fucking week.
We're going to talk about
every fucking week.
And Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. I'm going to the Bigfoot Festival in 2 weeks.
I'm so jealous, man. I wish I could be there.
I'm going alone.
Oh man,
be with you in spirit.
You're not taking the kid? You're not taking the kids?
Nah, because I'll be filming and I don't really. Well, no, neither one of them will care. Okay. Tatum will get burnt out before we. I'm staying all day. I'm going 9 a.m. to like 10 p.m.
That'd be so sweet.
Yeah, I'm all day in it, bro.
You're a trooper, dude.
4 foot tall, beautiful hair.
So you're filming.
Beautiful hair.
Give us a rundown on your channel real quick.
8 or 10 foot. I'll run down. Oh, my channel right now is kind of stagnant because I'm working on this Dankai video for the new Hankai motor, which is sweet, by the way. So right now I'm working on that. You can follow me on TikTok, the Bearded Goods. I post a lot more stuff on there as shit comes in and I get going on stuff. My longer form stuff's on YouTube at TBG Fishing. That one's fun because you see me break down and get lost and all this kind of stuff out there. So it's a fun channel to follow if you don't like watching people catch fish, but just go out and try. So, yeah. And my dog is.
There's
cool.
usually Sasquatch sightings.
Yeah, always Sasquatch sightings. And aliens. There's a mothership in every video, I think.
Well, anything else, guys?
Shout out to the Dodgecast. They were only like tonight.
Oh yeah,
one of our partners
We
in crime.
Someday we'll get Jared
shit,
on
the chat
RowdCast.
groups.
We'll get him on here.
I made a template for him.
He's too cool for school.
Yeah, he is too cool, ain't he?
Fucking
one of those fucking young.
He didn't play Blackout as a kid, so he can't hang.
He don't know about the good qualities.
Is that like the feigning game?
That's what I was saying on the chat.
God,
is like
dude.
that's when, you go up against the wall and press on the neck and see how many brain cells you can possibly kill as fast as you can.
That's what we did. We made ourselves pass out against the wall.
Didn't have internet, right?
That's how our rock stars have died.
Or cell phones.
Same shit.
When times were good. On that note, we're out of here. Peace out, motherfuckers. Stay weird.
Jesus loves you.
Somebody.